Hey everyone, it's Bradley Bush with another algebra video for you. To foil or not to foil? That is the question today. Thanks for visiting my channel. I hope you enjoy it, and let me know what you think in the comments. Multiplication of polynomials. I'm sure you have heard of the term FOIL. It's a very, very common term in algebra. And all it means is it's just an acronym, and it just means first, outer, inner, last. That's what it stands for. That's what the F, O, the I, and the L stand for. And it's just a method to help you remember that all the parts of binomial multiplication. Binomials are polynomials with just two terms. So if you have two polynomials, each have two terms, and you're multiplying them together, you can remember all the parts of this multiplication by remembering FOIL, because that kind of helps you get everything and not forget anything. So let's do a quick FOIL problem. I have an example here, x plus 2 multiplied by x minus 3. So we have two binomials. We're multiplying them. The first refers to the first two terms, the first term in each of the two polynomials. So the x times the x. So we have x times x. Let's write that down. The O refers to the outer two terms, or in other words, the first term and the very last term in the whole multiplication. And you can see them in the blue arrows. So that gives us negative 3x times x. Sorry, negative 3 times x. That's what I meant to say. The inner would be the two terms in the middle, so the 2 and the x. So we have plus 2x. And the last would be the last term in each of the polynomials. So we have the green. We have the 2 and the negative 3. So we have first, outer, inner, last, and we have all of the polynomial multiplication steps down. If we simplify now, we get x times x, which is x squared. We get negative 3x. This is negative 3x, and this is positive 2x. So when we add those together, we just get negative x, because 2 minus 3 is negative 1. And then negative 3 and 2 give us negative 6. So that's our answer, x squared minus x minus 6. So how is this different than normal polynomial multiplication? Well, the truth is it's not different at all, actually. It's exactly the same thing. Someone just came up with an acronym FOIL to help you remember the steps, but they're identical, totally identical. In fact, I copied what we just did right in the top here and pasted it so you can see. So there's the FOIL steps. Let's look at normal polynomial multiplication for this exact same problem, x plus 2 times x minus 3. Well, if we're following our normal polynomial multiplication, then we have x, we take x and we multiply it by each of the terms in the second polynomial. So we multiply it by x and by minus 3. Let's do that. If we do that, we get x times x, and then we get negative 3 times x. Then we take the second term in the first polynomial, which is 2, and we multiply it by each of the terms in the second polynomial, which gives us 2x and 2 times negative 3. And notice so far, everything is identical. Identical. X times x, same. X times negative 3, same. 2 times x, the same, and negative 3 times 2, exactly the same. So our answer, same thing. The negative 3x and the 2x give us negative x, and we get x squared minus x plus, or minus 6. X squared minus x minus 6, which is the exact same thing we had above. So the FOIL is not any different than normal polynomial multiplication. It's just an acronym to help you remember the parts. The pros, well, where did my pros go? There we go. The pros, it's easy to remember. So FOIL is kind of catchy. You don't forget it. But there are some negatives. It only works if you're multiplying two binomials. So if you have a polynomial that has more than two terms, then the FOIL acronym breaks down because you no longer have the outer, the inner, the last. They all don't make sense, right? So if you could just think of normal multiplication and that's it, and not even think about FOIL ever, and you would be totally fine. Because as you see, they're the same. They give you the exact same result. You're following the same steps. You just aren't thinking of F, O, I, and L. So there you go. Now you know. Hopefully this was helpful, and leave me a comment on what you think. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed it, and have a good day.